Every person has to make a decision at some point of life that do I follow my passion or should I do what is just paying the bills, which is, in other words, job or a survival game. My name is Dave Gadvi. When I started my journey, I had no idea that I could choose my passion over job. But you see, for 16 years, I was in a job, and I started teaching people now on how do you find your passion, convert that into a business. But coming to the topic, I know it's very tricky. Should I follow the passion? Should I follow the job? Right? Because what if passion does not pay enough, right? And what if passion does not have security? See, both have pros and cons. In this video, I'm going to share with you what are those pros and cons of following the job or passion. Which one should you choose? So what are the pros of following the passion? Number one, khushi, happiness. Have you been in a state where time kaise nikal gaya pata hi nahi chala? How the time went, you did not even realize. That only happens when you're doing something that you love, when you're doing something that you're passionate about. You enjoy something. This is the state of flow. So that's the biggest pro, that man, wow, I'm happy. Number one. Number two, within the pros of it, once you follow your passion, it actually shows and it glow comes on your face. Your health improves. There are studies after studies after studies that have shown that when you're doing something that you love, when you're vibrating, you tend to be more happy. And when you're more happy, guess what? You don't age, right? I'm telling you, that's why you see people doing the hard physical labor, people who are in the job where just a lot of stress, a lot of pain, a lot of challenges. Guess what? उनको झुर्रियाँ दिखने लगती हैं. The skin becomes very pale, they don't like what they're doing, the health takes a toll, they become fat and they ignore everything because they're not following the passion. So the biggest pro is not only you're happy, but you also are healthy as well. Number three, everybody around you is happy. When they see you happy, your parents will be happy, your family will be happy. I've seen so many case studies that when they come from job, they are tired, they're drained, they don't spend time with family, so family is not happy. And why you're tired and drained? ऐसा नहीं कि आप पत्थर तोड़ के आए हो, right? कि बोरियां उठा के आए हो. You just come from an AC office, but in spite of that, you don't have energy. Why? Because you're doing something that you don't love, you're not passionate about it, so you're going against the spiritual law, spiritual nature. So that is why there is a friction. That's why you don't enjoy. And that's why your family life cannot be good, nothing happens. And number four, with your passion, you can make a lot of difference on other people's life. I truly believe that, we humans, we are having unlimited potential, or like huge potential, if not unlimited. But guess what? We don't even tap into 2% or 5%. And that's what I say, we humans are the resources which are becoming wasteful, right? We talk about wasting water, we talk about wasting food, wasting this, wasting that. But what about wasted human potential? We are wasting it a lot, and that is, again, a problem. But once you start optimizing, you following your passion, you become resourceful, you make a difference, whole economy grows. So these are some of the pros apart from many other pros of passion. The cons of following passion. The con is, if you're not clear on how you follow the passion and convert that into a business, guess what? It can become risky. Yes, there is a potential risk. हर चीज में risk होता है. Now, the con of that passion and building your business, it could give you a little bit of pain, a little of challenge as well. That could be another con. It could be the con that people may misunderstand you at the beginning. It may happen. Another con is, when you leave your job and you start pursuing your passion, your income level may not be as high as it was in a job. There is a con. But these are very few cons that I can think of. The solution to all this, I'm going to share with you at the end. What is it that if you're really passionate about following your passion, your purpose, and you want to quit the job, how can you avoid these cons? How can you overcome this? I'm going to share with you later. All right, let's talk about the pros of the job. What are the pros of the job? It gives you a stability, meaning business में उतार चढ़ाव आ सकता है, but job का income is very fixed. So it gives you peace of mind. It gives you stability basically, right? Number two, if you are working in a company that encourages your creativity, your idea, like you become like an entrepreneur, the entrepreneur within the business. And if you work in that company, even a job can be a blessing, because there you can thrive and grow as well. But unfortunately, most of the companies do not have that culture. They just want you to follow the orders. They want you to just do things that you're not passionate about. That does not happen, right? Number 3, there's always somebody you can look up to, right? You have the manager or director, whoever. There is a path of growth is clear, right? You can go from where you are to manager, senior manager, director, VP, and CEO someday. So there is a path which has already been chalked out. Business mein, passion mein, the path is not there. You need to create the path. You need to walk the path. These are some of the pros of the job. Cons of being in a job. Job can actually take away your precious years of life. Meaning, before you realize, you're 30 years, you're 40 years, you're 50 years. And when you look at your bank balance, if you're not in a right place at the right time, if you're not an entrepreneur, guess what? 80 to 90% of people, they end up having only bare minimum income. Number 2, you don't have a lot of time for yourself. You keep sacrificing your time. You don't have time freedom as well. That is another con. Number 3, probably don't enjoy what you're doing, being in a job, and hence you start aging, you start getting frustrated, and at the end, last but not the least, which I feel there could be many, is people end up in their deathbed or retirement with a lot of regret. I wish, gosh, maine aisa kiya hota. I wish I would have followed the passion. Now my life is almost getting over. I wish I would have lived my life differently. That regret is heavier than the risk people take. It is better to take a risk and not succeed at it than not to take a risk at all. The chances are, if you take a risk, there is a successful path. So what is the conclusion? What should you choose? Ultimately, there is no right answer. It really depends on what are your priorities based on where you are. I told you I'll give you a Guru Mantra or a Brahmastra at the end. The Brahmastra is, whatever you choose, whether job or business, find a mentor. Find a mentor that you can connect with, resonate with, who has been there where you want to go, who can expedite your path. So your risk will be minuscule. Of course, there'll be utar chadav in everything. In job also there's a problem. Business also could be a problem. But when you have a mentor, it can help you to fast track your journey, fast track your success. Find a mentor. Now, if that is me, great. I would be happy to mentor you. But are you committed? Check out the link below. Join the webinar where I share with you more process, and you may get shortlisted as my mentee as well. My mentees have doubled their income. They become TEDx speaker, Joe Stock speaker, they're best-selling authors, they quit their jobs. Many of them become crorepati in just 12 to 18 months. If that is something that you want to do as well, you want to pursue that path, and you say, you know what, enough is enough. I don't want to live this 9-to-5 job life. I want to transform my life. If that is you, join the webinar and make sure you don't forget to subscribe to YouTube channel. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care. This is Dave Gadvi. See you soon. Bye-bye.